If you have $1,000 sitting in your bank account right now, stop scrolling. Most people either spend it on something they will not remember in 6 months, leave it sitting there earning almost nothing, or freeze up because they do not know where to start. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what to do with that $1,000, 5 specific moves in the right order that separate people who quietly build wealth over the next 10 years from people who are still asking the same question with the same $1,000 a decade from now. This is not about getting rich overnight. $1,000 will not buy you a Lamborghini or a mansion, but it can absolutely be the first domino that starts your entire financial future moving in the right direction. Let's get into it. Move number 1, build your emergency cushion first, before anything else. Here is why this matters more than people think. Studies consistently show that nearly 40% of Americans cannot cover an unexpected $400 expense without borrowing money or going into debt. A car repair, a medical bill, a broken laptop you need for work. If you do not have a buffer, here is what happens. You put that $400 expense on a credit card. That credit card charges you 20 to 25% interest. Now you are not just out $400. You are paying interest on it for months, sometimes years, while it slowly damages your credit and your stress levels. So before you invest a single dollar of your $1,000, ask yourself, do I have at least 1 month of basic expenses set aside somewhere separate from my spending account? If the answer is no, a portion of this $1,000 needs to go there first. This is not exciting. There is no chart going up and to the right, but this is the floor that everything else gets built on. Skip this step, and 1 bad month can undo years of progress. Get this step right, and every investment you make afterward is actually safe to leave alone and let grow, because you are not going to be forced to pull it out the moment something breaks. Move number 2, put a portion into dividend-paying investments. Here is a concept most people are never taught in school. When you buy a share of certain companies, you are not just hoping the stock price goes up. Some companies, usually large, established ones, take a portion of their profits and pay it directly to shareholders. Every quarter, real cash lands in your account just for owning the stock. Let's put real numbers on this so it feels concrete. Say you put $300 into a company paying a 4% annual dividend yield. That is roughly $12 a year paid to you for doing absolutely nothing except holding the investment. Will $12 change your life? No. But here is what most people miss, that $12 is $12 more than the same $300 sitting in a checking account paying you basically zero. And the real power shows up over time. As you keep adding money and reinvesting those dividends back into more shares, the payments themselves start growing. This is the beginning of a system where your money is working even while you sleep, which is a phrase people throw around a lot, but very few actually understand what it looks like in practice. It looks like small, quiet deposits landing in your account every quarter, slowly compounding into something bigger. Move number 3, consider an index fund instead of trying to pick individual stocks. Here's a statistic that surprises most people. Over any 15-year period, more than 90% of professional fund managers, people whose entire job is picking stocks, fail to beat a simple index fund that just buys the entire market. So what is an index fund exactly? Instead of trying to guess which single company will be the next big winner, an index fund spreads your money across hundreds of companies at once. If one company in that fund struggles or even fails completely, your investment barely feels it because it is spread across hundreds of others. Historically, the broad stock market has returned somewhere between 8 and 10% annually over long periods, including the years with crashes, recessions, and recoveries built into that average. That means $1,000 invested and left alone could realistically double roughly every 8 to 9 years, simply by tracking the overall market. This is not a get-rich-quick strategy. This is what financial advisors call the boring, reliable engine underneath almost every long-term wealth-building plan. The people who quietly become millionaires over 20 or 30 years are rarely the ones chasing the next hot stock tip. They are the ones who put money into something like this consistently and simply left it alone. Move number 4, get exposure to real estate without buying a house. Real estate has created more millionaires than almost any other asset class in history. But here is the myth that stops most people before they even start. They believe you need tens of thousands of dollars and a mortgage to get involved. That used to be true. It is not true anymore. Real estate investment trusts known as REITs let you buy a small piece of large property portfolios directly on the stock market, office buildings, apartment complexes, shopping centers. By law, REITs are required to pay out at least 90% of their taxable income to shareholders. That means consistent income paid to you, generated by rent collected from properties you will never personally manage. On top of REITs, real estate crowdfunding platforms now let you pool money with other investors to buy into actual physical properties with as little as a few $100s. No tenants calling you at midnight, no mortgage paperwork, no repairs to coordinate, just a small slice of rental income and property appreciation managed entirely by someone else. This is exactly how people start building real estate wealth before they can afford real estate, by getting a foot in the door early in small amounts, while they save toward eventually owning property directly. Move number 5, invest part of it directly in yourself. This is the move that gets skipped the most, and it is often the one with the highest return of all 5. A skill, a certification, or knowledge that increases what you are capable of earning will frequently outperform every single investment on this list. Here is why. The stock market might return 8 to 10% a year, but a new skill that leads to a promotion, a better paying job, or a side income stream can increase your earning potential by thousands of dollars a year, not once, but every single year going forward. A $500 course that teaches you a skill companies are actually paying for right now is not an expense. It is an investment with a return that could follow you for the rest of your career. Unlike a stock investment, this return does not depend on the market going up. It depends entirely on you applying what you learn. The wealthiest, most successful people did not get there by finding one secret investment. They got there by consistently increasing their own value, then putting the extra income that created to work. Now here is how these 5 moves actually work together, not separately. Your emergency fund protects you so you never have to sell your investments at a bad time just because life threw something unexpected at you. Your dividend investments and index funds grow quietly in the background, compounding without you having to do anything once they are set up. Your real estate exposure adds a different type of growth that does not move in exactly the same direction as the stock market. And the investment in yourself increases the amount of new money you have available to add to all of it, every single month going forward. This is not 5 separate decisions. It is one system, and the order matters. Emergency fund first, then the investments that grow on their own, while you continuously work on the one investment that has no ceiling, which is yourself. $1,000 will not make you rich overnight. No video, no app, no guru is going to change that fact, and anyone who tells you otherwise is not being honest with you. But what this $1,000 can do is start a system, a safety net that protects you, investments that grow whether you are paying attention or not, a small stake in real estate building in the background. The people who build real wealth over time were almost never the ones who found some secret shortcut. They were the ones who took their first $1,000 seriously instead of letting it disappear without a plan. And then they simply repeated the process, month after month, year after year, until the numbers became impossible to ignore. If this changed how you are thinking about your money today, subscribe to Money Doctrine. We cover the financial education the system never taught you, one video at a time.